I'm so glad you're here. If you clicked on this video, I want to start by saying I'm sorry. If you just got furloughed or laid off, I can't imagine what you must be feeling. You're probably worried and afraid for your future. You probably have 100 different things going on in your head right now. I get it. And I'm here to tell you you're not alone. You can get through this and make it to the other side. So let's cut through those voices to help you reset and get back on track. My name is Jamie Hammond, and this is Speak, Grow, Rise, where I share advice from my decade of career and leadership experience to help professionals just like you speak, grow, and rise. In today's video, I'm going to go over actionable steps you can take to get back on track if you were just furloughed or laid off by your employer. Let's get started. Step 1, accept the situation. Getting furloughed or laid off is a bummer. There's no way to slice it. And it's easy to get down on yourself for being one of the ones, or even the only one, that got chosen for the cut. The thing is, getting down on yourself and believing that you're worthless or you were a bad employee because you were furloughed isn't going to help anything. It doesn't take into account the reality of the situation, and it doesn't make you more hireable in the future when you think those things. So take a moment to consider two things, if you know the answer. 1, what was the situation that led your employer to make this decision? And 2, why were you furloughed? First, what was the situation that led your employer to make this decision? Chances are you knew from whispers, inside knowledge, or even the news that your employer was gonna need to make a hard decision. A repeated decrease in revenue, an economic crisis, or a disaster are all indicators that can put pressure on a company to lay off workers. Maybe you don't know exactly what happened, and that's fine too. What matters more is that you can recognize that it wasn't just you or your performance that led them to this decision. Second, if they shared with you why you were chosen, which they may or may not have chosen to do, then you can consider whether or not there was anything you could have done to prevent yourself from being selected. But the reality is there probably wasn't anything you could have done. And both of these facts, where your employer was and where you were, are often just undeniable things that couldn't have been changed. Once you know that, you can accept the situation as it was. You can accept it as something impersonal and not an indicator of your worth. Step 2. Make a plan. Now is the time to consider your options and next steps. If you haven't already, take a hard look at your finances and identify what you need to survive in this gap. Remember, unemployment benefits are available to those who find themselves unemployed through no fault of their own. Apply for unemployment benefits in your state as soon as possible so that you can recoup some of the lost income from being laid off. If you aren't already keeping a financial budget, it's a great time to learn to do that. Take control of whatever finances you have and get a firm understanding of how long you can go without finding a new source of income. Further, understand the reality of whether or not you can get your job back. Furloughs are often temporary, with the expectation of giving you your job back. It's important not to bank on this though. By taking a hard look at your finances, you can get real with yourself and whether or not you can wait for your job to come back, or if you need to take matters into your own hands sooner. Step 3, take care of yourself. As mentioned earlier, it's easy to internalize feelings of low self-worth when you're laid off or furloughed. That means tending to yourself is more important now than ever. Even if it's hard, remember to shower, eat well, exercise, and sleep so that you can rest yourself during this time and have the energy to continue your job search. Remember too that this could be a good time to pause and consider if there's a different type of work you can be doing to fulfill you. Step 4, leverage your connections. If you lost your job, there are going to be people in your corner wanting to help you out. Reach out to your former employer, expressing gratitude for the opportunity, and ask them if they'd be willing to give you a reference letter or endorsement on LinkedIn. Make a post on LinkedIn or your other social media networks explaining the situation. Express gratitude for the job you had and sincerely ask your network for help by keeping an eye out for postings, passing your name along to their employer if they know of an opening, or just sending you good vibes as you begin your job search. You never know what will come of asking for help. I know that recently when I saw a post from someone saying he got furloughed and asking for help, I specifically sought out job postings for him to send his way because I knew he was a great worker and I wanted to honor his hustle in whatever way I could. Step 5, make your next move. There's no rest for the jobless if you're in need of income. That means that after you've taken the time for the above steps, you're ready to take action. Extended unemployment can wreak havoc on your mental health. So the sooner you can get yourself into the habit of applying, the better. Job searching is tough and rejection can be demoralizing, but the sooner you motivate yourself to begin your job search, the sooner you'll get out of it. If you can take some time to make a different move, take this opportunity to better understand what you're looking for and what will fulfill you. You may find that you enjoy this period of rest. There you have it. We went over the steps to take if you were just furloughed or laid off by your employer. Remember, this totally sucks, but you don't suck. Have grace with yourself throughout this process and remember that your job, your title, and your place of employment do not define you. You can make it out of this and maybe even be better for it. If you like this video, be sure to hit the like button below and subscribe so that you never miss another Speak, Grow, Rise tip. If this was helpful for you and you know someone who was recently laid off or furloughed, share this video with them. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next video.